Okay, and we're off. Back with another leg day once again. Tell you what, this morning was rough. I walked in, got changed, and then I walked in, to the office, and right away, immediately, something's wrong. I get handed a list of like 10 buses, like bus numbers. It's like, hey, all of these need to be jump started like right now. And I'm like, okay. So I go out there. It's fucking 14 degrees outside because, of course, it is with wind. Chill. I go out there, and a couple of them have the hoods up, and I jump start them and everything. And then some of them, there's certain models of the vans, like the 24 passengers, that have the battery box on the side with the door to open, and it's really hard to get the jump pack like clamp onto the negative terminal. So I'm out there, no gloves or anything, because I couldn't find them. Freezing my hands off and trying to get this thing. I messed with it for like 5-10 minutes, and I said, "Fuck it, we're not doing those." And I just went to the rest of them. So eventually, I got someone else there to help me finish all that. Go back in and say, "Okay, now half of the diesel vans are gelled up and won't start." It's like, so you can't even like jump pack them. You have to warm everything up, but then they'll turn over and start. So I'm out there laying on the fucking ground, hooking chains up to the subframes, and then towing them in, uh, having someone else drive, and I'm steering with these cold ass fucking steering wheels, cranking on them to steer to get them in, because you don't have power steering when the fucking thing's turned off. Um, and then we were double stacking them in the bays, so you can't pull the truck through when you have one in the bay already. So you had to pull it up in front of the shop and then get out, push the fucking thing the rest of the way in. So it was, and I don't know how many we ended up having to do, but it was an all morning thing. I think I get there. I think I clocked in at like 5:30, like usual, and we didn't stop running around, freezing our asses off until like 7:30, 8 o'clock. So Jesus, fucking stop at the stop sign, my guy. Jeez. Yeah, it was rough, to say the least. And if I was one of those people, I'm not saying I am, but I would say, to top it all off with a cherry on top for the shitty day, today's leg day. But I'm not. So I'm not going to say that. Instead, I'm going to say I get to burn some extra calories today doing legs and get to get a sick pump as per usual. So there's an upside to this day. I there's got to be a name for the sensation that you get driving home from work. Like, cause like there's no place more comfortable and relaxing and that you want to fall asleep than behind the fucking wheel driving home from work. And it's the only place that you can't fucking fall asleep. I was struggling to get home because I was tired. Second you walk in the house, all that tiredness just goes away. I don't know what it is from that fucking drive home from work to the house. It's a fucking battle. I don't get it. I really don't. But yeah, thinking I don't know how it's gonna go yet. I'm gonna try and warm up doing leg press, see how that feels, and if I end up going with it, that'll be the first thing you see. But if not, I think I might do some single leg extensions and then do some other type of pressing movement somewhere else. I don't know. But let's get in there, stop contemplating, stop speculating, and actually do it. All right. switched it up a little bit. Decided to go with squats today instead of leg press. But yeah, 225 is not in the cards for tonight. That's for damn sure. I was doing the warm ups and I hit this for a couple of reps and I was like, yeah, that's probably not a great idea. Especially considering that my back's been a little bit iffy. Not, it doesn't hurt. It just feels kind of weird lately, the last day or two. So I'm gonna go a little bit lighter. That feels like a safe rep range. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's good. Let's try that again. Okay. I'll find a better fucking song. This one's good, but it's not the vibe I want here. Oh, and skip right into an ad. Great. Wonderful. Hold on. There we go. Back from our ad break. No. Nope. Okay. My spidey senses were tingling. I wasn't going to come back up if I went back down for another one there. That's for sure. Okay, let's move on to something else. Alright. Gonna be going back to these again. Oh. Okay. Oh, fuck. Okay. Fucking hell. I don't know if I'm even going to be in focus, but we'll see. I just didn't want the autofocus just taking up this thing and just going with that. This might end up being worse if I just let the autofocus do its thing. Okay. Okay, come on, come on. He had a cookies and he wouldn't give us. Okay. Hopefully that fucking see the lake girl is open, because I'm done with quads, man. Okay. Let's do a class or something. Okay, that felt good. I think I'll try to stick with those reps. Pyramiding up and wait for these sets. Not quite sure where I'm gonna hit the top of the pyramid, but we'll see. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to adjust the fucking rest period. But I want to keep this momentum up here. Fucking hamstrings are burning. Oh, fucking hell. If I go up, I'm probably not going to get those same reps for that next set. Alright, let's see how this goes. It's not something I haven't done before, but I'm getting there. I think the next rung is the most I've ever done, at least for like a regular set and not just kind of swinging it and fucking getting like 6 reps, 5 reps. Nope. Okay. Fuck. Okay. Yeah, no, I think this set's gonna end up being very productive. Oh god. Let's just do a chop set. Nope. Okay. So what was that? Was that 5 and 4 or 4 and 4? I think it was 4 and 4. Oh, fuck. I think that's it. I think we're done. Woo, shit. Okay. Cardio is complete. Dopamine has been acquired. Yeah, man. I swear, going straight from a leg day into cardio on the bike is like finishing a whole workout and then proceeding to do an entirely new workout right afterwards. At least as far as legs go, or as far as a leg day goes, because doing other lifts you don't have the already added fatigue of the muscle when you're doing the bike, but you get the idea. Yeah, it kind of sucks, but after a while it stops. It stops, being sore and just goes back to feeling normal. I guess that's just because you're not really building up any extra lactic acid um, after the previous buildup from the main lift goes away. Don't quote me on the science there. I have no idea, but all I know is it felt good in the aftermath. So, what was I gonna say? Yeah. So, one thing I wanted to talk about is when to decide to lower the intensity. And by lowering the intensity, I mean being more careful um, during a dieting phase so that you don't hurt yourself. I don't believe I have lowered my intensity, but I have changed slightly my style of training, at least for certain lifts, um, namely legs. Um, but I'll throw in some heavier pressing in leg days, a little bit more hardcore here and there during a cut, but at least for the first major portion of the cut, that last bit, it really does change, and it does come down to how my recovery is feeling from the previous lift with legs. But the one thing that I want you guys to remember is you can change your weights and you can change your approach in order to protect yourself from being injured, but don't change your intensity. When you change your intensity, you are cheating yourself. When you More specifically, when you lower your intensity for the sake of I'm tired and I don't want to hurt myself. I mean, that's a valid thought. It's just not really truth of the matter. So please tell me if you catch me lowering my intensity for the sake of I don't feel like it and for the sake of I'm tired. Call me out in the comments, please. Um, and I will rectify that in the next lift of whatever that lift ends up being. But the big takeaway in this is no matter if you are really bringing it consistently and you're not changing up your intensity or lacking in any effort, the one thing that is more important above all of that is consistency. Going to the gym, period. That's more important than anything else. As long as you keep going to the gym, keep getting the lift in, you're on the right track, regardless of what you end up actually doing in the gym. So, yeah. Got some kind of preseason, whatever, shredded chicken that I'm going to make some like a cheesesteak out of. Get a roll, put some cheese on there, some fat-free cheese, maybe some hot sauce or whatever. Make it like a buffalo chicken cheesesteak type deal. That's my dinner plan for tonight. Speaking of which, I forgot to go to the store and pick up the buns. I might have to switch over to doing burritos, but that's all for today, or I should say tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.